Howdy, folks. Spencer here, and today I'll be going over what we know about the upcoming 15th anniversary bundle and some predictions for what we don't know. As always, chapters to each topic are listed down below, but first, a quick word from the sponsor of today's video. Today's video is brought to you all by the STO Discord, a community-driven server for like-minded gamers to come together and share in their passion for all things Star Trek Online. Whether you're looking for a place to learn more about the game or an active community running events on PlayStation, they've got you covered. And for the PlayStation folks here, they run monthly giveaways including a $10 PSN gift card. The STO Discord is all about bringing players together, so if that's what you're looking for, head on over to discord.gg/STOComms or hit the link in the pinned comment down below. Thanks again to the STO Discord for sponsoring today's video. First, let's go over some of the basics. Is there going to be a 15th anniversary bundle? Yes, the developers like money, and these anniversary bundles have made an appearance with every anniversary this decade. Second, when is it going to drop? Well, historically, the anniversary bundles drop about 2 to 3 weeks after the start of the anniversary event, so if you were thinking it was going to be dropping this week on PC, you are very much mistaken. The schedule this year is off though, due to them running the anniversary a little bit later this year on PC, so the delay may not be as long as we have historically seen, but again, don't expect a bundle to appear alongside the event starting up this Tuesday on PC. I think the realistic time frame is probably late February to early March for PC, and then late March to early April for those of you over on console. And if you needed some official verification that there is going to be a bundle and that it's not dropping the same day as the anniversary event, then here is this post from Bordicus over on Blue Sky, where he confirms that there is a bundle and that it's going to be arriving shortly after the anniversary. Third, what is this thing going to cost? Well, if it's like the past couple, the 13th and the 14th, it's going to have a base cost of around 17,500 Zen, and then an introductory sale of 25%. Now, if it is that exact price, and we get that exact same introductory sale, that would bring the price down to 13,125 Zen when the bundle initially drops. Later bundle sales would take that down to an even lower price point with a 35% discount, but those bundle sales, you never know when they're going to happen. So that is the likely price, and there will probably be a Zen sale alongside the launch of this bundle. So if you don't have Zen right now, I would say just to hold off and wait to see if there is indeed a Zen sale this year as well. And of course, if there is, and you happen to have the ability to purchase your Zen through the Epic Games Store, I would, of course, very much appreciate it if you could use code CasualSAB at checkout. That greatly helps me out and helps me afford picking up some of these bundles in the game. Now, as for the bundle contents, I would expect this to have a very similar format to what we saw with the 14th bundle, which is up on screen right now, and the 13th and 12th bundles that came before that. So we're likely looking at 4 brand new Zen ships, which will be in the bundle, but can also be acquired standalone if you don't want to go for the entire thing. And the free T6 coupon we just got, you would likely be able to use that to pick one of these new ships up right away if you've saved it. And then to incentivize you to go for the full bundle, they'll have a premium lockbox or promo ship in there on account-wide unlock, a T6 coupon, some keys, upgrades, and some other goodies. So, again, it's probably going to be very similar to the structure we saw with the 13th and 14th anniversary bundles. I'll have links to those down below if you want to take a closer look at them, just to get a better idea of what to expect. And heading over to the 4 new ships that should also be available standalone in the store. The theme for all of these appears to be TMP era. That seems to just in general be the theme of the bundle. But if it's like the 14th bundle last year, which Thomas has already hinted towards, it should also have modern 2410 style skins available for each of the ships. And the very first ship here is the Ark Royal from Starfleet Command 2. Thomas teased this all the way back in December and said it would be arriving in the Zen store in the near future. So this is an in-game render of it from Thomas, the art director for the game. And you can see that this is something they've been working on for a while, because that's now 2 months ago. And you can also see that this thing has a lot of hangar bays on it. And in Starfleet Command 2, this ship is a carrier, so there's no doubt that this is going to be the carrier of the bundle. The question is Is it going to be another science carrier, or is it going to be a flight deck carrier? Unfortunately, that is something I can't answer today. We'll have to wait for the actual stats blog for this to come out, which is still likely a couple weeks away. And just to be clear, the Ark Royal is the only ship officially confirmed so far. From this point onwards in the video, I'm moving into the realm of things not officially announced, or simply educated guesses on my part. Next up is the Shangri-La. I covered this last week due to members of the STO dev team engaging with this post from Bill Krause, a Star Trek model builder that has been involved with the design of multiple ships, including the Shangri-La. Bill strongly hinted towards this being added to STO, and it is also a ship that we have seen Thomas talk about quite a bit in the past. And with Bill here, I mean, he's pretty much giving it away with some of his responses. But heading over to Thomas here, Thomas has, again, talked about this thing quite a few times over the years. He has said, quote, "My purely personal interpretation is that the Constitution 2 was actually the TMP movie refit. Constitution 3 is a structural descendant of the Shangri-La, but the first ship of the new class was the USS Constitution, so it got the Constitution 3 name." End quote. So Thomas interprets the Shangri-La, the original version of it, as being a TMP movie refit Connie, essentially. And he's basically implied that if this was ever added to STO, it would be on the original Constitution skeleton. So this is very likely, going to be a ship that is included as part of this bundle. Again, we don't have official confirmation, but the comments that we're seeing, we're seeing people from the STO team directly engage with this, and Thomas has talked about it many times over the years. I think it's a pretty safe bet that this is likely one of the ships in the bundle. And the Shangri-La here is, again, very similar design-wise to the Connie 3. But again, Thomas says that if it goes into the game, it's going to be on the original TOS Constitution skeleton, meaning it would be kit bashable with the other TOS Connie variants. And heading over to the Grasping at Straws territory, the Gagarin just recently got a new material added, the Odyssey one. I don't know exactly when this was added, but I've been told it was fairly recent. And we generally don't see new materials added to ships unless we're about to get a new version. So, we don't actually have like a TMP, like a full TMP era version of the ship. And I do think that is something that people would be very happy with. So, given the new material that was added here, I think that we're likely going to see a TMP variant of the Gagarin added in as well. And I was looking here. I know we have the Shepherd here. That's the fleet version of the Gagarin. But just looking at the model that they did for Eagle Moss, that was the USS Corolla. But looking at the skin, it looks to be the exact same. So I don't know. But yeah, a new variant of the Gagarin with a TMP theme seems pretty likely. And for the last ship, I believe this will be a Tier 6 version of the Pioneer. The Pioneer is the starter ship for the TOS faction, and currently, there is no Tier 6 version of this in the game. This is a ship that people have wanted a Tier 6 version of for a very long time. It is an original STO design that also happened to be made canon with Picard Season 3. And Thomas even had went out and did some updated renders of it around the time that all happened. So, with there being no Tier 6 version of this ship, with it being an STO original design that Thomas and Hector, put quite a bit of work into, and with us getting a TMP themed bundle, it just seems like the perfect time for them to finally add a Tier 6 Pioneer to the game. I could be wrong. But it just seems like this would be the time to put one in if they were ever going to put one in. So that is just a very educated guess. And again, could be wrong on some of these, but based on everything I'm seeing, these all seem very, very likely. So, to summarize what I believe the 4 new ships are going to be, which again would also be available to purchase standalone for 3,000 Zen or with a T6 coupon if you don't want to go for the full bundle. There is the Ark Royal, which is most certainly going to be a carrier. The Shangri-La, which will use the TOS Constitution skeleton, meaning you can kit bash it, make it look like just a standard original TOS Connie. A TMP Gagarin based on the ship model being updated recently with the Odyssey material, and the Pioneer, which has no Tier 6 version in the game and was just made canon with Picard Season 3. So that is my prediction for the 4 new ships. We can come back and look at this a couple weeks from now to see how close I was or how far off. And of course, for the very last ship, it's going to be a promo or lockbox ship added as a bundle exclusive to incentivize you to go for the full thing. Now, you know it's going to be a Fed ship, so let me set the filter here to just show Fed. And I'm pretty sure it's not going to be like a 32nd century or Section 31 or like Kelvin, given this is like a TMP era theme. And that doesn't leave us with many options. It's not going to be anything, super recent. Probably not a ship, from the past 2 years. So that doesn't really give us many options. And the thing to keep in mind too, when they put one of these ships in as a bundle exclusive, they'll also go in and do an appropriate skin to match the rest of the bundle for that ship. So I don't know. I mean, I'd love for it to be the Mirror Warship. I'd love to have Terran Goodbye on account wide unlock, but I just realistically I'm not sure that's the best fit here. The Farragut, that's Strange New Worlds. That's not super far off that era, is it? I don't know. I'm drawing blanks here. So, here's all the ships that are promo or lockbox that are not available elsewhere right now, that are Federation theme, not 32nd century, not Kelvin. Looking at these, do any of these have a TMP era skin that we don't currently have access to? That may be a good indicator as to what the ship would potentially be. Not many here though. Is there like a TMP California skin out there that we don't have? I don't know. So if you guys know, leave a comment down below. But I'm drawing blanks on the lockbox or promo side of things here. So again, leave a comment down below with your thoughts, and that's gonna be it for this video. So if you have any thoughts, if you agree, disagree with my predictions here, feel free to drop your thoughts down below. And as always, thank you to all channel members and viewers for the continued support. See you guys around.